inside my mind about me. This is video one where you guys can get to know me a little bit better. We may be vulnerable at times. We're going to be real and honest here. I'm excited to share more about myself with you guys and not just what I do. The purpose of this series is to tell personal stories, values, perspectives, and real self-reflection, helping people understand who I am, relate to me, and trust me. I am just a normal human just like you. I'm here on YouTube to share with you information, experiences, and to make your life a little bit better. And now you guys have the opportunity to get to know me personally, inside my mind. Who am I at my core, not what I do? Let's start here. I am more than my titles and work. I value depth, honesty, and growth. Who I am matters more than what I do. I move through life intentionally. Alignment guides my decisions. Inside my mind, identity over labels. Here are some affirmations for you and I. I live in alignment. I know who I am. I value depth. This is video one, inside my mind. We're just scratching the surface. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. I love you. You give me purpose, and I can't wait to produce impact, real impact in your life. I love you so much. I will see you next week. Inside my mind, video two. I see life as a place to learn and evolve. This world is so vast, and I truly believe we are here to learn, grow, and evolve together. From history to present day to future goals of humanity to thousands and thousands of conversations from people young to old, all I ever see is evolution. From families within generations to generations, all on a mission to grow better and stronger, not only humans, but animals, insects, reptiles, nature, etc. Everything is evolving, learning, and growing over time. The future goals of mankind to traveling to other worlds, other planets, from robots, and much more than we probably even know. Humankind is evolving. Everything on Earth is evolving. We are evolving here in this community. So I see life as a place to learn and evolve consistently over time. Pain and joy both teach. Everything has meaning if you're willing to see it. When I feel pain, there's a lesson to be learned. There's a reason for everything. When I feel joy, there's a lesson to be learned. It's a chance for me to understand what triggered this joy in my heart and soul. Because when I understand this, I know there's something that aligns to my mind, body, and soul, and I want it to stay around or experience again in the future. And same with the pain. I know now that I don't want to go down that path or take that step that led me to that pain again. So my brain now is coming up with a little book that lists all my pain points and experiences in my mind, and it won't forget, but it'll always be there to remind me not to take that step in that path again. And if I do, then I must be ready for the repercussions and the pain that follows of that decision. Pain and joy both teach me valuable lessons in life. I believe your perspective in this world will shape the way you experience life. I remember this one friend back in the day held up a soft drink of some sort. This bottle, he told me, what do you see from your perspective? He said, no. What do you see? I'm sitting here. He's sitting across the table. I look down at the bottle sitting on the table. As I'm looking at it, he says, what do you see? I start to describe what I see. I see the graphics. Then I read the words that I could see on the bottle. And he was like, that's what you see on this very bottle. And I said, yeah, what I see from a factual place, because it's right here on the bottle. It's true. It's real. Physically right in front of me. And he says, well, I disagree. And I just was kind of flustered and confused. How can you disagree when it's right here? And he just looked at me and he says, I disagree because I see this bottle differently from my perspective. And I asked, how so? He then goes to describe what he sees, and it's completely different than what I see. And then it clicked, but not fully until he explained it further. After explaining what he saw on this bottle and what he read, he said, "You're right, and I'm right too. We just both can't see the perspective of each other. I knew what I saw was real, and what I felt and what I believed about my perspective was real. It was a fact to me. And to him, he believed that his perspective and what he saw and what he read was real to him, even if it's the exact same bottle right here in front of each other, literally right here in front of each other. We still did not have the same perspective or belief and simply did not agree." I tell you this story because that is how real perspective is and how it shapes our experiences. Your perspective in this world is so real to you because it's real and you believe it to be true. Your perspective is real to you and it makes you feel like you have a sense of understanding in this world that we live in that's filled with so many perspectives, so many ideas, so many ways of living, how to live, what to do, where to go, how to be. Your beliefs, your perspectives shape your whole existence, all your experiences, your life. Him and I could have got upset with each other, caused a situation, raised our voice, got emotional, got defensive, tried to convince the other person to think the way that the other person does and try to get each other to see each other's point of view and go at it, try to debate our way to tell the other person to believe or see the world in the same perspective as each other believes is a fact or is right. Agreed to disagree because I know what I believe in and my perspective was real and it's how I feel because it's what I saw because it was a fact. And to him, he felt the same way about his perspective and what he saw and what he experienced and what he believed in and what was factual and real to him right there in front of him about the same topic, the same bottle. We both weren't lying. We both just saw things differently. He then went to, I did miss a part. He then went to turn the bottle around and showed me his perspective. And I was like, wow, now I see what you were saying is true. It is real. I see you. I understand you. I understand you now. And then, of course, he saw my perspective and mine was real too. Both our experiences were factual and real and right. But in that present moment, we couldn't see the other person's perspective on this situation, on this topic, on this bottle, not until we communicated about it, went in depth further, shared a simple story for each other. Our perspectives shape our experiences. How we see the world through our lenses determine where we go, the path we take, because our perspective on life is also right there with our beliefs, where we can or can't go, where we're capable of going or not capable of going, whether we'll try something or don't try something, whether we write someone off or give them a chance. Our perspective is everything. It's whether relationships connect or disconnect because the other person either sees life the way you see it or doesn't. Whether you can show them or not could be a temporary fix or an actual shift in perspective if explained well enough. But whether you're trying to help someone see the way you see things or not, perspective is powerful and it shapes our existence. I choose curiosity over judgment. I'm a very curious person. I love to ask questions. I will ask question after question after question. Sometimes it can be too much. I get really curious. I won't judge you for who you are. I will learn you and see if we're a good match. For friendship, relationships, I will learn to understand you, who you are as a human being. Judgment just brings the whole vibe down, the whole energy of the room down. I know this because I'm someone who's been judged pretty much my whole life, and so have you. And of course, we know treat others the way we want to be treated. So we choose to be curious of others, whether they did something bad or a mistake or something they're not proud of or not. We're human, and no human is perfect on planet Earth. It doesn't exist. And perfectionism is exhausting. Trust me. So I lead with curiosity over judgment because that's how I want people to get to know me as well, because we're human. It's about who you are now and where you're going. It's about how you make me feel. It's about healing and loving each other and having fun and being at peace, smiling, laughing, creating memories, moments in time, because tomorrow may not be promised and the past no longer exists. So I lead with curiosity instead of judgment, and life's a little more bright and beautiful, if you ask me. Inside my mind, awareness creates freedom. Being self aware has created so much freedom in my life to make mistakes, to learn from them, to grow. Being self aware of what I like and don't like, being aware of what I don't like has then reinforced what I do like. To understand your actions and your moves and who you truly are to your core, best thing I have ever done for myself. Because back when I was younger, I did not think for myself at any capacity. It was always for others, always people pleasing, always following the crowds, always doing what I was told, friends and family. And until I became self aware, I decided to take chances and make choices for my own, which has truly matured me, gave me amazing life experiences and straight growth that I could eventually give to my husband and my future children one day. And it's not easy. Being self aware has its ups and downs, but I'd rather be self aware than just doing what everyone told me to do, following the cookie cutter path and playing it safe in a way that might look good on the outside, but internally, eventually over time, I could have life regrets of not doing what I wanted first, because you only have one life to live. And I want to live in my truth and what I want. And if it doesn't work out, if it fails, if it's hard, if people judge me for it or hate me for it, then so be it. I lived the life I chose. I decided to come from a place of not judgment and experiencing life for what it is, the good and the bad. And after everything, I am self-aware to understand my strengths and my weaknesses, what I like and what I don't like. The list goes on and on. Being self-aware is a forever journey. We're going to constantly be learning and growing with every single chapter of our lives, from your teens to your 20s to your 30s, etc., etc. We have chapters and seasons in our lives. Being self-aware is a foundation that is very valuable and I will continue to hold throughout this life, because I know with being self-aware, I will always be okay. I will always be learning and evolving, and either diverting or stepping into a new, exciting path that feels right. And you don't have to tell everyone your business all the time. Of course, my life is online, but you still should be keeping things for you. Not everything should be out there, or maybe it is, and that's okay too. Being self-aware creates the freedom that I need to explore life and learn more and more about who I am and who I want to be in the future, for my future husband and my future children and my family and friends. Here are some affirmations for you to use. I stay open-minded. I learn from life. Perspective matters, and that's how I see it. This is video 2, week 2, inside my mind. I love being able to share how I see this world with you guys. I love giving you guys all of this. I think this is one of my favorite series so far. And all the series that I'm going to be testing out, trying, we're going to narrow it down to the ones that I find the most joy in over time. So I'm super excited for what's to come. But for now, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next one.